when you're in the number one lane and you made that left lane change, the vehicle that was behind you had to stop on its brakes.
Well, that happens sometimes.
Well, that's what I'm explaining, the violation.
That's not a violation. Braking because someone's lane changing and signaling is not illegal.
I don't need one. I didn't walk up to you 6 feet. Give me 6 feet, sir.
Huh.
You're endangering my safety right now.
I am.
Yeah.
How's that?
Because you don't have a mask on and you approached me within 6 feet.
The heart of this confrontation lies not in the rain-slicked streets of Ottawa, but in the glaring lack of transparency within law enforcement. The moment a constable claims that filming a building is an oppos, suspicious and oppos, enough to warrant a response by multiple patrol cars, the line between public safety and wasted resources is crossed. This is not merely an audit. It is a direct challenge to a department that claims they can and oppos, TF4 body cameras while maintaining a massive budget for patrol. On one side, stand a reporter asserting his right to document from public ground. On the other, officers who have no official record of our interaction. As we debate the and oppos, ludicrousy and oppos, of their budget, we must ask, if they have money for the officers, why don and oppos? They have money for the accountability? Watch as we school Ottawa and oppos, as finest on why the camera never lies, even when they don an oppos. Have one.
We got lights. We weren't sure what he was gonna do, but well, our exit's in a mile. Unfortunately, this guy wants to stop now. Yeah, you just have to get on the freeway. I don't want to test the patience. I don't know if you guys know this on the freeway. You don't pull off on the shoulder. You find the first exit, pull over where it's safe for you and the officer, which in this case will be right here. Turn off the car, he said.
I want air conditioning.
He's mad.
For what?
I don't know. What's he waiting for?
Hello.
Hello,
Hey.
how you doing?
Good, I'm Sergeant Gonzalez, Anaheim Police.
Nice to meet you.
The reason why I'm stopping you, did you notice I was behind you?
Yeah?
I'm sorry?
Yeah?
Okay. I noticed that you were obviously going faster than 65, and then you made an unsafe lane change.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm not. Do you have your license and registration, please?
Yeah. So the whole time I was being passed by the, I don't know, like 20 other cars around us.
Can you speak up? I can't hear you.
I said, so, well, we were being passed that whole time by the 20 other cars around us. That wasn't a concern to you, hey?
Can I have your license and registration?
That's kind of what I thought.
I noticed the license plates. They don't seem like California, or is there near? Where are they from?
So, how is it?
I'll go over there so I can talk to you, man. All right.
How is it an unsafe lane change?
Okay, so here's the thing. You obviously caught my attention because
I drive a Lamborghini.
You're like, no, not necessarily, because look, I'm a sergeant, and I don't normally pull traffic stops, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, I noticed, when I looked at my speedometer, I was pacing you, you were like over 80 miles per hour. And the other thing is you're revving your engine, like exhaust loudly.
What? No, this is how the car drives.
So much that when I was on the phone, the officer was like, what is that I was talking to? The other thing is, when you made a change, when you're in the number one lane and you made that left lane change, the vehicle that was behind you had to stop on its brakes.
Well, that happens sometimes.
Well, that's what I'm explaining, the violation.
That's not a violation. Braking because someone's lane changing and signaling is not illegal.
The vehicle behind you had to apply its brakes.
No, how do you know? How do you know he wasn't speeding? If you're saying I was speeding, then he must have been going even faster.
Speeding. That was an unsafe lane change. So where is this license from?
It's from British Columbia, Canada.
How long have you been in the state of California?
4 days.
24 hours
on vacation?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is the license valid in Canada?
It is.
Is this registration? This is your insurance?
Insurance is the small one. Registration is the big one.
You know what the speed limit is on the freeway?
Yeah, it's 65.
Okay, and how fast do you think you were going?
65.
Okay. Wade and Parker.
Yeah.
Unsafe lane change my.
Not sure what he's doing, but he's on his phone. He had to find his ticket book. He said he's a sergeant, so he said he doesn't typically do traffic stops. So we're just hanging out, waiting. Currently in the car, no air conditioning. Kind of warm. It's nice, actually.
Here's the holdup. My dispatcher's saying that your license is suspended.
But it's not suspended. I've had something that was on my license from years ago.
Was it 2019?
Yeah, long time ago. And that it's been cleared up, and it pops up once in a while, but it's all cleared up.
Do you have any documentation indicating same? Because right now our records show that your license is suspended.
What would it be suspended for?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Like something in your guys' system is like super archaic, and it shows up just
Well,
like
I think it's the different countries that's the problem.
Yeah.
Did you have a California ID before?
No.
Okay.
I've never lived here. I've always been a tourist. I had a ticket.
It says also, that's what I'm trying to confirm. It says that you have a California, or no, a non-issued driver's license or something like that. So you never had an ID in California?
No.
It seems to me like this was almost planned.
What was?
This whole like encounter between me and you. Is that accurate?
Do we know each other?
No, but just the way like, it just seems almost like you're trying to bait me into like some social media thing. And I'm smarter than that. I'm just saying like the cameras right away, just the way you're revving your engine, driving, just very unusual. Again, I'm a sergeant and I don't normally pull people over on the freeway, but the way you're driving, I actually thought you couldn't see me or something because I came up very close to you to try to look at your plate and read it.
Okay.
And I couldn't get it because I couldn't recognize it, obviously because it's from Canada.
Okay.
So this seems like it's all like planned by you. Is that accurate?
No, I mean, I don't plan getting pulled over ever.
Right. Did you see me behind you?
Yeah, I saw you.
And you thought I should rev my engine loudly and kind of be almost like driving a sports manner?
Well, I'm driving a sports car, so it sounds like a sports car.
No, I understand that, but it just seemed like, to me, I'm telling you.
Are you a car guy?
Am I what?
A car guy.
I don't know enough about cars to even say, yeah, I know very minimal. Not enough to tell you what this even was when I saw it.
So it sounds accurate that you don't know enough about this car to know whether or not I was revving it.
Well, it sounded to me that you were, yeah, it doesn't take even a lower, I guess, torque or horsepower car, you can tell if someone's revving the engine. Like a Honda Civic, which would be a 4-cylinder, I can tell.
Well, this is a V.
Increases in noise. So that's why I was asking. Tell me if you forgot your license thing, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
So this car has it has a V12 engine. It's not a 4-cylinder. It's just going to be louder.
Like as an example, I understand this is has a lot of horsepower, a lot of torque. My example to you was in my Honda Civic that I used to own that had a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
I can tell when a car is revving or not.
Right.
Just like you can tell if a V12, V8, or V10, right? Maybe not a Lucid or a Tesla. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an expert in that either. But
did your Honda Civic have paddle shifters? Does your Honda Civic?
I'm not going to get into that.
Does your Honda Civic rev match? Do you know what that is? So there's an OEM feature that basically makes sure that when you downshift, it's going to align the RPMs with the engine speed.
Before you go like into great detail,
Well, I'm explaining the revving
I know.
because you're concerned about it.
I'm telling you when you ask me. So I don't know what your intent was. I know that I have traffic violations that I witnessed. You're obviously not from this area, so I have the ability to give you a warning. I keep in consideration that you're not from the area, but again, and you're here visiting and stuff. To me, it seemed like this was like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but maybe you guys are just ready. But I'm gonna tell you this. Your driving and what happened was enough for me to pull you over as I'm on my way to speak to my supervisor about something else, okay? Now, based on the totality of the circumstances, I'm going to give you a strong verbal warning today, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I did explain the reasons why I stopped you. I'd ask that you keep in mind in traffic, maybe being more cautious when making a lane change. That's part of my warning. And the speed limit is 65. And when I'm behind you and I look at my speedometer and it says more than 65, now I'm not saying I paced you for a great distance or anything like that, but that's an indicator that you're speeding. Does that make sense?
I appreciate you giving me a warning.
All right, hold on a second.
Thanks a lot.
Forever.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
You may consider if there's any documentation that you can get from Canada, because my dispatcher was reporting that it looks suspended, but I'm not sure.
So what info would he say it looks suspended? Like you're saying it looks suspended.
They were doing like some system called, I think she said Elite, which I've never even heard of. To be honest with you, I'm not a traffic guy.
Yeah.
She goes, so I asked her to confirm, and she goes, yeah, it looks to be that way, and she was trying to do further follow-up and couldn't confirm that.
So we tried it as British Columbia.
There you go.
There you go.
In my group, we tried it as British Columbia, and we got the return.
Does that say valid? They're doing further digging.
Status shows normal and valid.
Normal and valid.
Name and DOB. It's showing a class 5 or 6, and I'm Googling to see if I can figure out what a class 5 is.
Motorcycle.
Otherwise it does say.
Motorcycle 5 and 6.
Okay, no further need. That confirms he has a valid ID.
It's from a different country. Some officers have a hard time finding that it's valid.
Well, that's why I asked dispatch. That's what they do for.
That's their job, right?
Right. Well, they have an expertise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely reached out to them because again, I couldn't even recognize your plate.
Well, you were super cool, man. I didn't set this up. Like if I was setting this up, I would have done something to really get your attention. I felt I was driving quite normally. I had people still passing me going even faster, and I honestly lane changed. I signaled, I shoulder checked because this does have a blind spot. And when I came into that lane, that guy was going way faster than I was going if he had to brake.
He did brake. And again, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to try to cite you. And that's where I was like, okay. When he looked at me, to be honest, he was like, "You gonna do anything about it?" And I'm like, "No."
You're like, okay, this guy allegedly is doing, let's say, over the speed limit. Now this guy's obviously doing even faster than him if he had to brake.
Well, because you're coming out, like, right? So
Yeah.
I think what happened is that it's kind of a moot point because I'm not.
It's a moot point, and you gave me a verbal
Let me ask
warning.
you about this.
Yes?
What do you think of Lucid Motors? Have you heard of them?
Oh yeah, electric cars.
I test drove them.
And what are your thoughts?
It's way out of my price range, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was nice. It's fast.
You should get a Lamborghini.
I can't. That's out of my price range too. Of course, I'm not going to go too fast, but I got on it.
You got on it.
little bit.
You got on it. My man. Well, it's good to meet you.
Yeah.
You're super cool.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
All right, man. Just keep the things that we talked about. Enjoy your vacation.
Yes, sir.
See you later.
The legal reality of this encounter is clear. Recording from a public area is a protected activity, and in suspicion and oppos of a camera is not a crime. The fundamental error of this department is the double standard of their budget, finding the funds to send 2 cars for a law-abiding citizen while claiming they can in oppos to afford the very body cameras that would protect everyone involved. When an officer admits they have no dash cam or audio recording, it proves exactly why independent journalism is vital. The lesson is simple. Accountability should and oppos to be a budget item. It should be a requirement. We're out here doing the reporting they want and oppos. T-record. Don and oppos. T forget to hit like and subscribe to keep the pressure on for transparency. In an oppos, it's ironic that those making and oppos, quarter mills and oppos, are using and oppos, dinosaur and oppos technology. You guys are dismissed. The heart of this confrontation, ISN and oppos, T about a breach of peace, but the contradiction between enforcing safety regulations and police overreach when faced with citizen oversight. When Officer Bowser proactively closes the distance, yet demands the citizen maintain space while criticizing the filming, the boundaries of the First Amendment once again become a battlefield of legal arguments. This video captures the moment hypocrisy is exposed. where law enforcement officers grant themselves privileges above the very regulations they use to intimidate the public. Is illegal parking of police vehicles a departmental privilege, or is it evidence of a disregard for the law by those wearing badges? What happens when an auditor decides not to just record, but to directly challenge the constitutional oath of an officer attempting to evade the lens of truth?
How you doing? Good.
What's going on today?
Not much. Just policing the police.
What are you doing?
Policing the police.
I can't hear you. Hang on.
Policing the police.
Oh,
Watching the watchers.
watching the watches?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It means you guys watch us, I watch you guys.
Who's us?
Police. Can I get your name, can I get your name and badge number?
Jason Belzerini,
Badge number?
225. Who are you?
Thanks, man. I don't answer questions.
Oh,
Did you know there's a no parking service zone there?
what's that mean?
The sign above you?
Yeah.
Your car? Parked here?
You want to back that up just a little bit?
What?
It's making me nervous.
You walked up to me, sir.
Oh, I was getting in the
Shouldn't you have a mask on if you're gonna walk up to public?
Where's your mask?
I don't need one. I didn't walk up to you. 6 feet. Give me 6 feet, sir.
Huh.
You're endangering my safety right now.
I am.
Yeah,
How's that?
because you don't have a mask on and you approached me within 6 feet. Are you guys above the law? Why can you guys park in spots we can't?
I'll tell you what, I'll put my mask on.
There you go.
All right. So you and I want to have a conversation?
No, I don't want to have a conversation
Oh,
with
you
you.
got my attention.
It's fine. This is non-consensual anymore, so if you're going to keep bothering me, it's going to be harassment.
What's that mean? I thought we were just having a talk. You asked
Wow,
my name.
no, I don't want to have a conversation with you anymore.
Why's that?
This is non-consensual,
I feel like
sir.
I know you. You look familiar.
You should know me.
Do I know you from somewhere?
You should know me.
What? Where do I know you from?
You should know me.
From school or something? Or do you play ball? Like, where do I know you from?
What's up, Sakad? How you doing?
So we don't know each other? You just look familiar. You play ball?
I already told this officer I don't want to talk to him anymore, but here he stands here, continuing to try to talk to me. This is what we deal with the public. They bother us when we don't want them to come up and talk to us. You are bothering me, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry about it.
Have a good day, sir.
Alright, man, let me know if you need anything.
Let me know if you need to learn some more laws.
Huh?
Let me know if you need to learn some more laws.
Always learning.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
What can you teach me?
That 6 months doesn't do much for you guys. Uphold your Constitution, sir.
Huh?
Uphold your Constitution. Uphold the oath you took.
Well, it's not my constitution.
Yeah, it's our Constitution. Yeah.
Right.
Uphold the Constitution. Uphold the oath that you took.
You told me you didn't want to talk to me.
I'm talking at you. I'm not talking to you.
Talking at me?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, you too.
Ask about me. You'll find out who I am.
Who should I ask?
Anyone in your department. Anyone in your department.
The core of this situation is a textbook example of using administrative regulations as tools to hamper public oversight. The officers erred by imposing double standards on safety distance and deliberately ignoring their own violations while demanding absolute compliance from the citizen. The rights to free speech and to petition the government were threatened when the officer responded with a condescending attitude instead of professional accountability. The lesson is clear. Know your rights, remain calm, and keep recording, because the truth doesn't end oppose to reside in signs or deterrence, but in your steadfastness in forcing law enforcement to respect their own oath. It seems that for some, the badge ISN and oppose, T just a symbol of authority, it and oppose, S a shield against the truth itself.